I'm Kendrick Louie. I'm a professional Ironman, and this year I'm getting ready for the Molokai to Oahu paddleboard race.
The Molokai Channel is 32 miles of insanity over deep, wild ocean blue water, starting on the island of Molokai and finishing on Oahu. As it goes over some of the roughest, most treacherous seas. A lot of water funnels through that channel. There's a lot of activity, a lot of current, a lot of wildlife. Ships have gone down, people have gotten lost, and people have drowned out there.
Eddie Aikau disappeared into the ocean just south of where we paddle every year. When you feel that water moving underneath you and you see how deep it is, the water's this insane deep purple colour. You can just imagine just going down into it and never coming back up again.
To me, it's so far outside my comfort zone, having never paddled from one destination to another and not being able to see the finish line. Pretty scared, I'm not going to lie.
Like, everyone's scared when they get on the line. It's a good scared because you'll find you're anxious to find out.
Furthest I paddled on one discipline on a board, my training session would be a bit over an hour and we'd paddle 6K. And now our sprint sessions with Brad, we're doing 15Ks. It's hard work. And you find that your body can actually push a lot further than you think it can. It's just one of those things, my body's just not used to it.
Getting to Molokai is just such a mission. You've got to get boards ready, you've got to get your boat organised. It's just a logistical nightmare.
So in the Molokai race there's two divisions, there's the stock board and there's the unlimited board.
In my class, the 12-foot stock, there'll be two blokes who have previously won it before. Jack Bark is the Californian prodigy. Zeb Walsh, they call him the Bear because he paddles like an absolute animal. I've got one board, she's extremely fragile. It's 12 foot long. I've had to organise a special freight company to send it off. He's hoping she gets there in one piece. Please, baby. I've had the best mentor to do this race, Brad. And we've done some long Ks and I 110% truly believe that I've done enough work to really give this race a good crack. Here we are, picked up the board, no good. Delamination, starting here, absolutely gutted. We're going to drop it down the Savo to a local guy and hopefully he can fix it. Not good at all. An absolute shocking start. She is all the way out there, looking across at Molokai, across that channel, knowing that it's the deadliest channel in the world and people have actually lost their lives in there. I completely underestimated it, and I know I'm in for the biggest challenge of my life. I've just dropped my board off, looks like that should be sweet, but now I can't find myself an escort boat.
Everyone who does this race has an escort boat with them. It's a safety measure. The boats are all armed with GPS devices to set a straight line from the start to the finish. It gives you some sort of guidance out there in the wilderness of the ocean, because otherwise you could be anywhere.
With every competitor needing an escort boat, it's just so tough to actually lock one down.
Out of nowhere, he gets the finest boat captain you could possibly want for this race, Aaron Napoleon.
It's time to hop on a little plane and fly to Molokai. I've been here probably 2 hours now. There's one little resort of villas right on the beach surrounded by palm trees and amazingly blue water.
If you go to your left, that's Coco Head.
Okay.
If you go to your left again, that's Port Lachlan.
Tomorrow at 7:30, gun goes. 53K if I go a dead straight line from Molokai to Port Lock there to Oahu. But I've got this really good feeling. I'm excited. I'm not too nervous yet. I'm surrounded by really good people, and I sit here and look over at Oahu. It's like you kind of see the silhouette as the sun starts to drop, but that's a long way.
Why don't you just throw water on your bottle and they give you the gel with the sandwich and you just chuck it down here and you paddle with it and save the sandwich for another thing after, because it's going to be too much for your body to digest the sandwich and protein at once.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. Everything. Fucking lost you there, yeah, but You can feel how nervous everyone's feeling and excited and emotional, and Brad and I have taken ourselves away from all the commotion. It's an energy down there which is so overwhelming. I've never really experienced it before, and looking down, we're looking at the prayer, and there's probably about 300 people plus just in a circle, just holding hands. I just want to get out there and really prove to myself that I'm not just this short distance guy, and I can get out there and match it with the long distance crew and travel this journey across one of the craziest bodies of water in the world. Yeah, nerves are definitely here. They've arrived. It's going to be a long slog. It's hot and it doesn't look like to be much wind around, but I signed up to do this, so it's all systems go. The race has started and I've got absolutely no idea what is going on. There is boards, there's boats, there's people swimming, there's boats trying to find their paddlers, and I'm just caught in the mix of the wash from the boats and all the paddlers, and people screaming and helicopters flying over. And I'm just trying to keep my head in the one spot without actually using too much energy and frying myself. Aloha! How you come? We've just gone past the 6K mark and it absolutely flew in. I'm looking down at my watch and it just keeps ticking over. Like 40 minutes is just going like so quick. The pace has settled down a heap. Fletcher and I are just sitting together and we can see Jack and Zeb 50 to 100 metres off to our south, just in front of us, so we're just keeping an eye on them and just holding back and let them dictate the pace until it's ready at about the 4-hour mark for us to really strike and have our crack. Those nerves are still there because I know the hardest part hasn't really hit yet, so I'm just trying to keep the fluids up and really keep my nutrition right. The mental toughness plays a massive part the whole way. Your head starts playing tricks on you, whether you've had enough food or it's too hot or whatever it is. Off to my right, I can see Rabbit Island, which is roughly about the 32K mark. And for me, I'm starting to get a little bit nervous now because that's the furthest I've ever paddled. K's to go. My whole body is yelling at me. My mind is good though. The island of Oahu is right there. The water's definitely much rougher now and there's still a fair way to go. But just seeing the island, it amps me up. This journey has been much longer than just today. I know I can get across the channel to the finish line. The surf's massive, 10 to 15 foot. The waves are smashing up against the cliff there at Port Lock, spraying into some of the houses, helicopters buzzing over, making sure people are safe. It's a sight. It is absolutely mayhem. It's massive surf, and I just want to pick one off and carry it all the way through to the finish line.
What do you do?
I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, you first, mate. You won.
All right, well, congratulations, Kendrick, on your first win and your first count.
so many emotions going through me right now. I wanted to do this race as a challenge to prove to myself that I could go the distance and not just a short distance athlete. I've got so much respect for Jack. He's just such an unbelievable athlete, and to come away on top, it's one of those things, you know, things just went my way on the day. I didn't even know I'd won when I crossed the finish line, and being in Brad Gall's camp, him just teaching me so much about this race, getting your head strong. And
I wasn't even confident I would make this crossing, but I surrounded myself with good people and I listened.
No one wins Molokai by sheer luck. That was pure grinding and determination.
Everyone that's supported me back home, I can't thank them enough. Without them, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing what I do, and I wouldn't be living the life I actually live and be so happy. So things probably couldn't be much sweeter right now.